Does he know what time? Why is he always late? Is his plane's landed, hasn't it? Yeah, he does know we're in the pub again.
Yeah. It's freezing!
He's here!
It's freezing!
Hey, make it Two pints, Mellor and Ralf, a couple of beers, have a chat.
This is exciting, we're back. It's only been 2 years.
Can you believe that?
2 years.
2 years.
What are we drinking?
It was January, wasn't it?
Yeah, January 2019.
Was it 19?
January 2019.
It was before all the COVID shit.
2020, January 2020, just before COVID.
It was before all that COVID.
Yeah.
Did we even know about it then, COVID?
No, it just arrived in 2020, didn't it? What are we drinking?
Beer.
But what beer?
We haven't got a sponsor, so we're not saying what it is.
Okay.
So it's a beer.
Will
Cheers.
I like it?
What? Will you like it?
Will I like it?
I'm sure you'll like it.
You've got it here. Cheers.
It's a beer. What more do you want?
You've got it here ready for me to go. Okay, I'll
Cheers.
taste.
It's all right, isn't it?
It's lovely. What strength is it?
It's just wet and beery. That's all I know. I don't know what strength it is.
What alcohol strength is it, Will?
It's alcohol free.
Explain to people
Stop!
listening.
No!
Explain to people listening why it's alcohol free.
It's not. Listen. It's not. Just don't. Why are you pissing on me, Chips?
You've changed. You've gone.
Listen.
Explain to people why it's alcohol free.
I'll tell you why. We thought we'd do a little challenge to see how nice alcohol-free beer is. Right?
That's not true at all. That's not true at all. Yesterday, I get a text from Will, and we all get a text, all the team and everything.
Nothing private anymore.
He's like, hey, if we're starting, it's what? Well, we're supposed to start at 11, but Will was late. It's 12:20. So we're supposed to start at 11. So what time is it now? It's 12:20, and Will texted yesterday, and he said, "Oh, are we going to have alcohol-free beer because it might be too much to drink if we're doing 2 podcasts a day.
No,
it might be too much to drink." This is a lad who, when we were doing 2 pints, when I was like 20, 22 and you were 25, we used to arrive at rehearsals at 9 a.m. If we weren't in the first scene, we got the pub across the road.
Yes, but what it is it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I thought what we'll do is we'll have a couple of little alcohol-free ones, and we'll have obviously loads of the other ones as well. Mix them about. You can't just have like 6 beers. We'll just be pissed and falling about.
You've gone.
Where are you going?
We're sorting this out.
Where's he gone? He's just arrived and he's pissed off. Well, that lasted long. We didn't even do a review on how nice the alcohol-free beer is.
Put that down.
You're right. Let's fuck them off. That was a bad idea. Now we're back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Go on,
Nice one.
take a sip. Is it nice? It's a bit early for beer, isn't it?
Oh, that does taste nice,
This
though.
cup of tea that I got. So.
Put it down, dickhead! Bollocks! Oh, no. That is nice, though.
It is.
It is nice.
Tell you what, though, they're not sponsoring us, so...
Oh,
So let's make sure that we get the branding right.
There you go.
No one will know what this is.
Of course they won't.
There you go.
So Ralph has now gaffer taped the label of our bottle.
This is normally yours.
We're holding. See, I'm glad you're on board. We're holding the sponsors to ransom. If you don't want your bottle gaffer taped, sponsor us, you tight bastards.
Yeah, they're the tight bastards, not us.
Anyway, so
cheers.
Good. Cheers, mate. So good to see you, pal.
Wow.
So come on. How's it been then? You're back. I know it looks weird, doesn't it?
How's it been? I'm back. I'm cold. It's weird when you're not used to it. It's really weird when you're not used to it. Did you see that?
The weather, or?
Yeah, the cold. Yeah. We grew up up north, and so we just grew up in grey and drizzle and whatever, and it is what it is. But when you're not used to it, I've not been cold for 18 months.
Did you fly straight back here from Guadeloupe?
Straight back, yeah. And I was coming into Heathrow, and as we were coming into land, I looked out the window, and you couldn't see any of the ground. It was just a sea of just grey cloud as far as the eye could see.
You were like, I'm home.
I was like, oh, come on, man. And then I landed, I was like, this is barbaric. How did we live like this?
Really?
I mean, you get used to it, but... and then you think what it must have been like, for like the Windrush generation or whatever that came over in the first place.
This is what we were promised.
Yeah, exactly. They must have walked off the boat going, are you shitting me? This is absolutely horrendous.
Freezing. Apparently they were told like the streets were paved with gold and all that bullshit. Like, there's money everywhere and everything's, it's just, they painted this picture which was obviously all bullshit. They must have gone, hang on, someone lied to us here.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
It's a shit.
It's freezing, yeah. And you'll be welcomed with open arms. Yeah, of course you will.
Exactly. No houses for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you'll be treated with bags of respect.
So you've got back, how long was the flight?
8 hours, so. Normally I sleep like a baby on planes, just go out like a light. Didn't sleep a wink, then didn't sleep when I got back. I was jet lagged for about 3 weeks. And then in the end I went, I'll just live with it. I'm just up till 4
What's the time difference then?
5 hours.
So was your proper bollocks?
Yeah, it was gone. I was just up till 5 a.m. 5 a.m. every night.
So what did you do Christmas?
I went down to see my mum and my brother. So, okay, my mum lives in Devon. My brother lives in Liverpool. He's a doctor. He couldn't get any time off, right? So he had Boxing Day off and the day after. So I had to go see my mum for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day in Devon. I had to get the train down to Devon, then drive with her all the way up to Liverpool, then drive back down to Devon and then drive home. I was like, yeah, because that's what you want to do after you've flown across the Atlantic, is drive two sides of a triangle of the UK. Yeah. So that sucked a little bit, but it was nice to see him. What about you?
Now, family, just, we were all quite ill. I've been ill.
COVID?
Well, I did a test, it came back negative, and I thought, I trust the test. I won't be doing another one, just in case. I weren't going in here anyway. I was just sat in the house, but I thought, bollocks, are sitting in my bedroom. So I thought, well, so I just tried to drink through it, really. And I was proper, like, my wife got tonsillitis, and then my daughter got sore throat, cough, cold, which you can still get. You know, there's other illnesses other than fucking COVID.
Oh, yeah, there's other illnesses out there, aren't there?
So I'm saying, you get a cough now, they go, you better test it. I said, well, there is a cough still around. You know, you can still get that. And then, obviously, I was just a bit ill and not great. I had this chronic sinusitis that I'm still getting over. Just having to saline my nose to try and flush it out. Yeah, it's crap, mate. Yeah, it's not nice. I told you about last time, and I saw that woman in a video pulled something that looked like a fish out of her nose. My wife went, it could be that. I was like, what you mind? Fuck it off. I think I'm happy with just the sinusitis.
Yeah, I don't need it to be that.
So, and then we had Christmas at ours. Obviously, her mum and dad was over from the Caribbean, which is the first time they've been over ever in our house for Christmas. So and
were they like, this is cold?
Yeah, freezing. And they were in the lodge, so it's probably cold.
No heating in the shed, is there?
All this heating, don't you worry. From the Caribbean, I had to make sure it was toasty. So, and then, no, it was good. We had people over, and my daughter bought me a Grinch outfit.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I saw you on Twitter doing your Grinch impression. Let me ask you a question. Do your kids at Christmas, are you much more excitable than they are at any given time?
Proper excited. No, it's not.
And Halloween and every basically holiday where you get to just put toys up outside your house.
It's not that. Do you know what it is? It's memories. I love creating memories, and I love to be like. When I was a kid, they were the most exciting parts because you had your birthday, you had Christmas, you had Halloween, or whatever it might be. So I just tried to make them big and have a bit of fun with it. But I didn't know my daughter was going to get me a Grinch outfit. But it is one of my favourite Christmas films, if not the, and his performance in it. And she said, you got to open that one first.
So that you had to wear it while you were doing it.
So she said, so I opened it, it was green. I went, oh, it's the Grinch. So she said, right, you've got to put it on. But she bought 2 masks. They're a bit I've got to be honest. I know it's my daughter, but the masks are a bit shit.
You've mugged her right off. Oi, Ren.
No.
Sort this shit out.
No, what it is.
Spend a bit more money on me next time, you tight bastard.
Unless you spend like 700 quid or $1,000 or something, you get the ones where you can talk and your mouth moves with it. Well, this is just a mask, right? And one of them was like, stunk that much of glue. I was off my tits wearing it. It was like, when it had been glued on the inside. I was like, I'll have to take this off. I'm seeing fucking things. It was like my eyes were going all funny. So I put the other one on. And then once I got the dressed, I couldn't stop doing it. I was doing it for ages.
Come on.
Blind me with pepper spray and all that. Brilliant! And I was doing all that. And
I still say that, because you loved the Grinch so much when we were doing 2 Pints, and you always, anytime something was good, you'd go, brilliant!
Oh, Max! Anyway, so I not only did it in the house, while the kids were off doing stuff, I had it on. I just thought, I'm going out in it. So I went outside, I stood outside my gates, and I just stood there tapping my hands on the bin.
Oh, yeah, I saw that video of you just accosting children as they
It was a
back.
man with his dog, and I was going, Max, we've been to Whoville, haven't you? And I was going, this bloke was going, what is going, filming me. And I didn't know the kids were watching. It was just me on my own.
You're joking? That
No.
wasn't like for a social media
No,
thing?
Jaden was filming it. And I was just going, go away! Don't come back again! And I was just assaulting people.
Are your kids, how old are they now?
My son's 17, my daughter's 13.
Are they just like constantly embarrassed by you, or do they find you quite funny?
No, they're properly embarrassed, I think. They said the other day, they were talking about me, Mrs. Michelle, because she's like the disciplinarian. And so whenever I'm serious and try and tell them off, they just go, shut up. Because it's like, you're supposed to be the other funny one. So you can't tell us what to do
So
now.
in your house, it's very much like, you wait till your mum gets home, instead of the old stereotype.
Yeah, your mum will tell you. Your mum will find out and see what happens. It was the opposite when I was a kid with my dad. So with me, I don't know, I just try to have a bit of fun. And then I try to be disciplined, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, discipline's the first thing I think of when I think of your name.
Yeah, it was funny though. We had a good laugh. I had to take it off because I was sweating my bollocks off. I come back in and I took it off, and all water ran out of the mask. It was really, it was horrible.
Well, it was a cheap shit mask, as we've already established.
Well, but I will be wearing it again. And I cut the mouth a bit so the mouth could move a little bit. I could put the tongue through.
I've got to try and find a bit of footage of you doing that. Was it?
But it was good. It was good. I got a camper van over Christmas.
You got a camper van?
No.
For Christmas?
No. I hired one.
Right.
When I say hired.
Is there an angle, Will?
A bit of an angle.
Is there an angle? What's the angle?
Well, I got given one for Christmas. Just borrowed. I got lent one or borrowed. A company.
But borrowed indefinitely.
Yeah. Called Hey Campers. Lovely little family-run company.
And here we are. Here's the publicity for them. Crack on.
No,
Seamless.
Seamless.
Well done.
No, but they said, I said, because I was expecting loads of people for Christmas, and some didn't come in the end of family sort of. They had some at their house, we had some at ours. So we got this camper van, and my daughter went in it, and we did it up in Christmas and all that. And it was wicked. I loved camper vans and caravans since I was a kid.
Since they pay you to love them. Go
No,
on.
they don't pay me.
Okay.
I just get it for free. Which I'm quite happy with.
Yeah, sure.
But I was thinking, it was something we could maybe use further down the line, and I thought we could go down to Brighton in it, go down to the South End or something, go and have and it's just been sat on my drive. We haven't been anywhere because it's fucking freezing.
Talk me through the conversation. Like, how are you? Hey, I'm Will Mellor. I'm just walking through life going about my business. What then happens where you end up with a camper van?
No, it was Matt, the marketing manager, Matt. He said...
Your marketing manager, Matt, rings you up and goes, hey, do you want a camper van?
No, he said he's got this company, who's launching because they're a family-run business, and they might want to do some stuff together. So I said, I love camper vans. So I just sort of... And I thought they wouldn't be busy. It'd just be sat there, because who goes out in a camper van in the freezing cold? Because it's warm in the van, you plug it in and all that stuff. It's great, it's an amazing thing. But... you don't want to stay in the van, you want to go somewhere and go for walks, and that's what we thought we'd do. But the weather, it's been pissing down for like 3 weeks. You wouldn't know. You've been over there, and every day you wake up and it's the same weather.
I would know. I was dragged in the press for saying it.
You were here. Oh, what happened with that?
Well,
you complained about the weather in England.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I know. So I go. I talked about this on Chris Moyles. If anyone's listening who's heard it, then sorry to repeat myself. But so I did an interview. It was for the Mirror, and it was a very nice interview. It was a very friendly interview, and the journalist was really nice. And she was like, "Oh, so tell me about what's it like being back in England?" And I said, "Oh, it's horrible. I've not been cold for 18 months. It sucks. I'm not used to it anymore. I grew up in Manchester, but I can't remember what it's like being cold. So, yeah, I'm over it." And that was in the article as it would normally be, but the headline was, "Ralf Little says returning to Britain was horrible." No context, not the weather. And then all the other papers picked up that headline and that article, and it got progressively... Even the Manchester Evening News, which I felt really quite betrayed by, their headline was the worst. It says, Ralf Little dismisses Britain as horrible, or Ralf Little dismisses horrible Britain. And so, look, whatever, you say things like, oh, it's tomorrow's chip paper or whatever, but I don't want to spend my Sunday evening getting dragged on social media.
Did people have a go at you?
Oh, yeah, of course they were. It's like, well, he knows where the door is then.
Really?
And also, by the way, somebody went, he knows where the door is. I was like, where's the door, love? Where's the door to the UK? You fucking imbecile.
Wait, so what are you going to say when you emigrate to America next year?
Yeah, I'll be like that. we're like, yeah, it was the weather, and it was all you pricks.
Exactly.
You're dragging me on Facebook. So no, suddenly I've got all these people on social media just whinging, going, and it's like, look, I've never been afraid to stick my neck out. If I think there's something worth saying, if I think, this is a point that needs to be made, I'll fight that fight. And if people want to come at me, and I'll take that on the chin and face those consequences or whatever. But I felt a bit pissed off for having it be dragged on Facebook for something I never said.
It's just bullshit. Thing is, anything like that, you know what I mean? It's all clickbait, innit? Because when they read on, they'll go, oh, it's talking about the weather. We all slag off the weather.
Exactly.
This country's
It's a great
known
British
for
tradition.
shit weather.
But the point is, people don't read. They often don't read the article. They just look at the headline and then they respond to it. So it's dragged on Facebook for it and Twitter and everything.
Well, I did a voiceover for this thing called
I saw this.
Inside
This
Dubai.
was ridiculous.
Inside Dubai,
That
right?
guy
And
was
Inside
a knob.
Dubai, it was on BBC Two, and I was dead chuffed to do it because I don't get to do many BBC voiceovers. Because as you know, you do a lot more than me. You've got to sort of sit in it a bit more. It's not as advertising as like ITV or other shows where you've got to be on top of it. So I was directed and I was chuffed I did it.
Yeah.
So I put on before it went out, because obviously you got to do your commercial bit. I tagged the caption on it and I said, Inside Dubai, I love doing this job. It's a real eye-opener.
Yeah.
And then it goes out, and then I get this through on social media. Twitter mainly, obviously full of dicks.
I'm just trying to find it now. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, this says everything about you. This programme about slavery, modern day slavery. This is everything about who you are. Because I said, I love doing the job. So obviously, I never comment. I never go at people.
Here we are.
Yeah, go on. What did it say?
So you put, sorry, I just found it.
What was it?
You put really, hold on. You put really glad to be, did you delete the tweet?
No.
Oh, he's deleted it.
Yeah, he's deleted his bit.
So you put, something like, really, what a real eye-opener to be able to do this inside Dubai.
I would love to do this. It was. I really enjoyed doing the VO for this. It's a real eye-opener.
Yeah, and the reason it's an eye-opener for people who haven't seen it is because they're insanely rich and it's kind of gross. It's a bit crass.
Yeah, it's a bit
and
obscene,
it's obscene. There's a load of people over there and just generally in the world who are like starving. And
exactly. That's the point of the programme.
The obnoxiousness of the wealth and the gluttony and the greed.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what your voiceover was for people who haven't seen it. Anyway, so you put. Really. Oh, here we. You put. Really good to do the voiceover. And some guy, Alan, an absolute tool, put that tweet says all anyone needs to know about you, or maybe you donated your fee to the slaves you voiced over. Doubt it. Hashtag vile life. What a knob.
No, and
you put what? It's me job, you clown.
I get straight to the point.
Me doing a voiceover doesn't mean I agree with all the content. I'm actually glad I'm letting people know what goes on, and I can hear it totally in your voice.
It's true. But the whole point is, it's like if someone does the news or someone goes out to be a news reporter on the war. They love doing their job, but they don't like people are being killed. So obviously. But this fucking idiot, he was going on and on. And usually I don't comment, but I just thought, that day I commented. And then as soon as I did, then it starts, and I realised why I don't.
Then that's 5 hours of your life. Mate, I do it all the time.
But other people piled on. I didn't want to pile on. I know other people. But at the same time, I was quite grateful for the backup because I thought, do other people think that I'm saying I enjoy the fact? Because obviously, there is some bits. It was entertaining. It was talking about people who spend like £4 million on handbags. Someone's got more handbags. Handbags are worth as much as the house she lives in. You know, stupid. Then they've got people who work for them, who are from the Philippines, who are on £300 a month. And obviously, that's the whole point of the programme. It opens a conversation. Yeah. Do you agree what goes on out there? What do you think? It's a tax-free place, and people go out there because they can live a much better life and not pay any tax. But if you lose your job, you get deported.
Yeah,
there's all that.
It's illegal to be unemployed.
It's a fascinating show. But obviously, you don't have to agree with every part of it. That's the whole point.
Mate, when I narrated Britain's toughest pubs in 2005,
did you do it like that?
I wasn't. I was
Britain's
toughest pubs.
Did you do it as Rick Mail?
Britain's toughest pubs. I wasn't like, I'd love to have a drink in any of them. Here's another one. At Mellor 76, why do you call, this is for the Inside Dubai, why do you call British white people expats and everyone else immigrants? Aren't all that are working in Dubai known as migrants? And you've just written, that's what was in the script I read for the voiceover.
Exactly.
It's not like you've made the show.
Exactly. I wrote this. Not only that, there was the Black Lives Matter people coming for me. It was like, have you seen my family? Listen, have a look at my profile, look at my family, and fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't come at me with that shit like I'm racist. Are you mad? It was just that people want to try and look for anything in whatever you're commenting and go, how can I find fault with this? And if that's you,
exactly,
just don't bother.
Yeah, do
so
one.
What's the point?
Absolutely do one.
And the fact, like you just said about that, I don't know why they call them expats and why they call people immigrants and migrants.
Take it up with the producer of the show.
But that's what was in the script. What am I going to go say? Excuse me. She said, well, you could have asked questions. Well, do they know what? Voiceovers.
They said you could have asked questions.
Yeah, I could have questioned
People
the script.
don't understand what a voiceover is.
No, I know.
You walk into a well, you can do it online. You can do it over Zoom.
I was in a booth.
Yeah, but you walk into a booth. They go, here's the script. Mostly you haven't seen it before. They go, it's a show. It's about this, and you go, oh, okay, cool. You do it for an hour, and then you go home. You're not making the program. You're not endorsing the program.
It's not just that. The script has gone through a channel, producers, script meetings. I can't just go in and go, well, that's wrong. And I don't know what the right terminology is, and I don't know. I'm not the be-all and end-all. I am just doing the voiceover job. So, yeah, you're totally right.
And to be fair, it's like, I mean, I just said, you get the script and you just do it, and it's like, you're not accountable for it. Look, to be fair, if I did turn up to a voiceover and I read the script and I was like, I really have a problem with what this is saying. Like, if it was very obvious, but most of the time, you're doing something and you're learning about it just at the same time as the viewers of the show are. Like, it's the first time.
And I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not the oracle on what's right to say. And what's
you're
not
not the
to
expert,
say.
the political Dubai correspondent.
Jesus Christ! I stepped the fuck out of all that because I ain't got a clue what's right and wrong anymore. Hey, do you know we was talking about camper vans before?
Yeah.
Did you ever go on camper van holidays as a kid? Caravan holidays?
Yeah. My gran and granddad we used to go with all the time. They used to have one of those old school VW campers. The really ones that you look now and they're tiny.
Well, like the retro ones?
Yeah,
They're massively expensive now, like collectors.
They are now, but when he sold his,
and 16-window ones.
Yeah, when he sold his, it was dirt cheap, and he got a newer VW one that was like completely. No one can remember what it looks like now. It was like a massive transit van, but with like a camper. But yeah, he sold the old school VW camper, which was a real shame. But I used to go all the time. Used to go.
Where'd you go?
We went to Cornwall and Devon a lot.
Oh, you went south?
Yeah, and I'm absolutely sure we once went to Kidderminster and in the Midlands, and I'm not quite sure why. When you're growing up in Bury, you go, I know where we're going on holiday. The Midlands.
Yeah.
No offence to the Midlands. Listen, before anyone starts writing in, I don't know. Maybe there are some lovely places in the Midlands, but it's never somewhere I've gone, that's a holiday destination.
I just think of one-way traffic around Birmingham whenever I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I think.
And it always rains when I drive through it on the motorway.
Where's the Cotswolds? I guess the Cotswolds is southwest of Birmingham, so maybe I'm wrong. But yeah,
Cotswolds, that's where the farm shot in it. That what's it called? Thingy, dickhead from Top Gear. Used to be on Top Gear. Clarkson.
Dickhead from Top Gear. I knew you meant.
Exactly. Yeah. Bing, bing, bing. Answer.
Yeah.
He's got the farm series, which is actually quite good. And I think he owns loads of land. I think that's in the Cotswolds.
Yeah, probably is.
But I used to go on caravan holidays a lot. It was like, it was quite cheap, but we had great times because we had a big family. And I remember I told you the story. We got robbed in the caravan. Remember I told you that story in the podcast?
Tell me again.
No, I told you when we used to always go to the Pink Elephant, it was called, on the caravan park, and we'd be going the talent show, all those different talents. So I'd be up doing my robotics or whatever.
Was it a bit early for Mustang Style?
It was a bit. I didn't know it then, but I was doing. I think I won. I think I won a free holiday.
You did robotic dancing?
I did robotic dancing, all that shit.
What you're doing there is mime.
Well, yeah, but there was robotics as well. Mime/robotics. I'd upgraded it.
I think you're talking about body popping and
That's it.
And mistaking it for mime.
Whatever I did it on stage. And anyway, we was waiting for my sister. I'm sure I've told you this. And my dad said, I'll go back and see where them two are. And he went back to the caravan, and he could see the shadows, and he banged on and put his hand in, and they were robbing the caravan. And my dad used to hide all his money in the seams of hems of curtains, and he was always terrified of me. Anyway, and they robbed the van, but didn't find my dad's money. Anyway, so we used to always go to North Wales or, Towyn up that way.
Yeah. I've been to Rhyl,
Rhyl, and all that sort of stuff. And we spent loads of holidays there. It was called Golden Sands, the caravan. And I took my kids back, and they loved it. They have this, it's called Blacks, the sort of fair that's always there. And it was last time I went, I was a bit like, it was a lot more innocent. when I used to go, everyone was pissed out of their heads. And, and you see the people on the waltzers, and you think all they're doing is spinning, looking for birds,
Well, it probably wasn't more innocent. You just didn't realise what you were seeing.
But the thing was, that place, it had a lot of big memories came from that caravan. It was the first time I ever got pissed, was on a caravan park.
Yeah. And the first time?
What?
Anything else?
No, nothing happened like that. I was trying. I'll tell you the story. I've gone out, right? I had my naff jumper on.
And your Joe Bloggs jeans.
Joe Bloggs jeans. I was ready. My favourite gear. I thought, this is my pulling gear. And I went out. My cousin worked in the bar at the end of the road. So you just have to walk down to the caravan where we were. So it was up and out. I'm on the thing, and it was 2-for-1 diamond white. You remember diamond white?
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm in here. My sister's there, and I was only 16, so I shouldn't really be drinking. And my sister was with me, and she said, you'll be all right. Anyway, my sister said, we're going back to the caravan. And I'm chatting to these girls, and I thought, I'm in here doing my best Michael Jackson moves with my naff and my Joe Bloggs on. Anyway, Paula, my cousin, my sister says, is he all right staying here? She said, yeah, don't worry, I'll look after him. And I'm on these 2-for-1 diamond whites, never drank them before. Anyway, I've got this girl, and I said, should we go outside? And I thought, we are. And I get outside, and the air hits me. Oh, my God. Because I've got over like that, looking to kiss her, and I just went...
Don't tell me you spewed on her. You fell over?
I just fell over. I just literally went... and then I tried to get up, and I'm stumbling all over.
How many diamond whites did you have? Just 2?
No, I've been in there all night. But I was
you didn't
drinking...
want the alcohol-free beer.
Sometimes, do you know when sometimes you get outside and the air hits you, and suddenly... and I remember it all. And honestly, I can't remember.
And what did she do when you were on the floor?
Well, I remember getting up and I tried to kiss her, and then I was just staggering. I couldn't stay up. And she said, "I think you better go home." And then I remember getting off, knowing where my caravan was, but I was running like I was going down Snake Pass. You know, I was going here. I was just weaving,
skiing,
sort of bouncing off caravans and stuff. And then I opened the door and spewed as I hit the toilet door. Just went projectile, right? And my sister's in bed with her ex-partner, and I look at myself in the mirror, and my face is going. It was all over the gaff. I remember it so vividly. It was, oh God, it was horrible. I remember Poltergeist when he peeled his own face up in the mirror. It was just like everything was all changing. And I was going, crying, I was being sick out my nose. And I'm going, ask Wayne what to do, because he loved to drink. He knows what to do. And he went, you've just got to ride it out. And I was like, no. And I was throwing up. My sister was pacing, and I was sat on I remember sitting on the step outside, with cold rains on your face. Mm-hmm. And I fell asleep on the step, rain on me, and then again. Anyway, the next day, I wake up, I'm still fully clothed on the couch. I've got sick all down my naff.
Oh, not the naff.
All down my naff.
Oh, no.
My favourite jumper.
Oh.
Yeah. And my mum and dad were coming to see me that day. They were coming up to join us. And I thought, my dad's going to kill me. So I'm scrubbing my naff. Scrubbing my teeth.
Why would your dad have killed you? Like, he's never been drunk before.
At 16. But and I thought he's going to go mad. Anyway, I put some sunglasses on and I sat there waiting for him. And my dad came in, he went, what's up with him? He's been pissed in. Straight away! He knew exactly. I thought, I'll hold it together. So, hiya, Dad. What's up with him? He's been pissed. And then he actually found it quite funny. I told him a story. And that night, we went out to do bingo. Eyes down, you first do all your 4 corners and all that. And my dad sat there, and he on purpose went, yeah, son, you can have a beer tonight. I went, no! He said, now you know. And honestly, I didn't touch a drink for ages. And it was a moment I'll never forget, and it was from that caravan place in Towing. Another thing that happened, caravan holiday, that was a poignant part of my life, was I was in the same caravan park with bleached blonde hair when I found out about Hollyoaks.
Oh, I remember where I was when I found out about the Royal Family, like those life-changing moments.
Yeah.
So go on, tell me about it.
No, it was literally
You bleached your hair blonde because of Gaza, hadn't you?
Because of Gaza.
Yeah.
And so it tells you the time it was. And I've been I'd been up for the part of Hollyoaks, didn't hear anything, and you know what it's like after a couple of weeks go by, you think, because I'd been up for Kurt, and then I went and read for Jambo. No, I went up for Kurt, and then
Jambo.
Went up for Kurt, didn't hear nothing, and then I bleached my hair blonde, and then I got there was no mobile phones, obviously, then, and so someone come running from the office and knocked on the door. He says, hey, are you the Mellor family? And he was like, yeah, and they said, is William there? I was known as William more then. There's a phone call for you in the office. So I went and answered, and Mum said, your agent's been on line, the Hollyoaks want you to go back in. And I said, my hair's blonde. It was black the last time.
Yeah.
And so they said, well, they want you to go back in. So I had to go all the way home from holiday. And I went in, and Phil Redmond saw me, and he went, you're reading for Jambo now. Because he saw me bleach blonde hair. And ultimately, I think that's what got me the part.
Yeah, I remember the adverts when it first came on. And everyone was
because it
like,
looks so different.
I'm Kurt. And then at the end, you're like, and I'm Jambo. Looking like an absolute bell with your hair. I remember it well.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird because I found out about the audition for the Royal Family while I was on holiday with my family in Hebden Bridge on a canal boat. So like not a caravan, but a canal boat. And my auntie was like trying for ages to get hold of us. I can't remember how she did get hold of us. I think back in those days, you just stopped at a payphone and sort of checked in or whatever. There was no mobiles or anything. And she was like, Ralph's agent's been desperately trying to, like I was a kid, I was like 17.
Wow.
Ralph's agent's been desperately trying to get hold of him. They really want you in for an audition like tomorrow or the day after. And it's for this show called The Royal Family. And I was like, oh, right, okay. And it's like, but it's a really big thing because it's Caroline Aherne. I was like, no way. Oh, I was really excited. So we had to cut our holiday short and go back and that's really bizarre that it's a similar story.
My missus has got a running joke that the only way for me to get a job is book a holiday. Every time I book a holiday, you can not work for ages and you go, right, we're going away, and then phone call, same dates, always the same.
Best thing is like get a job and then the day the job finishes, plan to go away. That's it.
True.
Yeah, that's the only time,
It's
or
true.
especially in the middle.
Yeah.
This camper van. First of all, how do I get one? Why have I not got a free one?
It's not free. I give it back. They just lent it me for a bit for the Christmas period. It's true. But
you said it's still on the drive.
Well, it is.
The Christmas period's over.
I was waiting for the weather to get better so I could take it out. I thought I've not even took it out yet.
So this camper van.
Yeah.
Is this the famous camper van in which you and I are going to go on tour?
I believe so.
When we eventually go on tour.
Well, it's not the same one. The one I've got has got a big king-size bed at the back and it's got another bed that you press and comes down. There's a slightly bigger one.
Wait, who's in the king size?
What?
Are you in the king size and I'm in the dibby little fold-up bed? Hold on a second.
I was just about to say the other one has got more of a seating area and you can turn it into 2 single beds.
I don't want to put a single bed for.
You're only pencil thin. You're all over, you're still in it. You're all right. You can roll over fucking twice in a single bed and you still be in the middle. You don't need even a double or anything, you.
I got long legs. I can't fold them into a single bed. I like to sleep in an X.
No, I think because obviously we might as well say we're going to go around, aren't we, on our tour with our camper van.
Yeah, it was gutting, wasn't it, that we had to postpone it.
It's shit, we got to postpone it, but it is the right thing to do. And I think the response from people understand. And I think some people are relieved because we were probably a bit worried about coming out.
People have been really lovely, actually, I have to say. We talked about it before, didn't we? About how, we hope people aren't going to be, angry with us or whatever. And when we said we're going to have to postpone. And actually, the response has been amazing. Everyone's like, oh, it's a shame, but it is what it is. So,
well, like you said and I said, the whole point of us doing a tour is to give more than what we do here.
Totally. Listen, we could have done a tour where everyone comes along and we sit on stage and we do exactly what we're doing now and we sit and chat.
And we can ask questions.
And that's fine. But I wouldn't feel happy taking people's money for that. I'd actually feel slightly embarrassed that we weren't giving them a bigger
people would leave and
show.
go, well, that was shit.
Yeah,
and then and no one's happy. And the whole point is, if we're going to go out, we've got to upgrade it and get people and do different things and make this more than what it is just sat here.
Yeah.
I mean, also people.
Not that we know what we're going to do yet, but we have plans.
Well, yeah, of course. We want to get people involved, and the whole point about going to people's towns and cities is that they can come and be a part of the show, interaction, and if we can get people on stage, whatever it is we're going to do, we want to have the freedom to be able to do it.
Yeah, agreed.
And everyone to feel safe as well, because there's a lot of people still like who are either isolating or don't feel comfortable about going out because it's still spreading. So
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, even though we had been really grateful for the uptake of tickets and how many we'd sold, but like, if people feel a little bit nervous about going out, we'd rather try and wait until they can come and like, especially if they've paid for the ticket but they don't want to come out. We don't want them to spend the money for nothing.
No.
So it was a difficult decision for anyone listening.
Yeah, Ralph, exciting news from our friends at Manscaped.
Yeah.
They've just launched their 4th generation performance package. The ultimate package, you ready, includes the Lawnmower 4.0. You heard it right.
4.0?
The 4.0, Ralph.
To be fair, we've done this for a while. We've had a fair few like Manscaped things that we've talked about. They're like advancing their technology extremely quickly.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with all the new. I mean, this one's going to be like whipping this stuff off immediately.
It will literally just bring it to your balls and the hair falls off.
Yeah, it's scared. I can't. Yes, Manscaped, the leaders in male grooming. They've done it again to take your grooming game to the next level. Join 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the new Performance Package 4.0.
4.0.
By going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with our special code, which is 2pints20, all spelled out TWOPINTS 20, 2pints20 to get 20% off and free shipping. Fantastic. Right, let's see what we've got in this package that Manscaped have sent us. You've got the Lawnmower 4.0.
Yeah.
Is that right? Oh, there we go.
It's got a light on it. You see, that's a good thing, right? Because if you're ever in a dark place trimming your balls, you'll be able to see what you're doing.
Right. Have you ever come a cropper? He says, accidentally making a pun whilst doing some cropping.
Well, I've definitely had a nick on the old gooch area.
Oh, mate.
You know, the thing is, when you use one of these, you've got to be careful because if there's a bit of extra skin somewhere and you nick it, you don't half bleed.
Is this like hospital? Are we talking hospital
No,
time?
it was just a bit of tissue between the cheeks for a while. But
just sticking on.
Yeah. But if you are squatting over a mirror, the good thing is this has got a light on it, so you can see what you're doing. There you go.
Yeah. Well, my fears are. I feel reassured. What else we got?
We've got
ball toner, crop reviver ball toner. I mean, we've talked about this stuff before, but it occurs to me that I've talked about the ball toner, but I've never given it a whiff. Shall we have a little?
I thought you were going to spray it on your balls.
No.
I thought you were going to let me smell your balls. That's not happening.
No.
I thought you were going to go, right, now you smell.
No, it's not the weekend yet. It's only a Thursday, but you could try that.
Have a spray it on my wrist.
Okay, you're right. Okay, here we go. Ooh,
right.
Let's have a go on my wrist here.
Oh, do you know what? It smells a bit like brute.
Ooh.
It's a bit brutey.
Hey, I tell you what.
It smells like my dad used to smell it. I used to go out on a Sunday afternoon. Maybe he had ball toner on and I never even knew. We're in pub, Shirley. Got the ball toner on.
Reliving his childhood where he could smell his dad's ball toner.
I thought his aftershave smelled like that, his balls. And we've got boxer briefs.
Nice. They're very silky, those.
With anti-chafing.
Listen, I wear those and they're very silky.
Are they anti-chafing?
I've never been chafed while I've been wearing them.
You need to go for a jog or play a game of golf. I always get chafing when I play golf.
Do you?
Yeah, I think it's the sweaty inner thigh.
Okay.
I don't know why. Lots of walking, so use a Manscaped boxers.
All right, ball deodorant. This is like a cream. Do you want to? Shall we?
Oh, is it a cream?
I'm not going to rub it on you, but do you want to try
rub
some?
Rub it on yourself.
I'm not going to rub it on myself. Even if this is just audio, that is not happening. Right, let's have a look at this cream.
What is it, cream?
Oh, hold it. Yeah.
I think you just...
Hold on.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's sealed. Hold on.
It's sealed.
Oh,
well, it's a bit premature.
There you go.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I've got a bit.
Let's have a bit.
It smells like the ball toner, but on cream form.
It's so you get the but on cream.
Well, you know what I mean.
So you get this. This is the crop preserver ball deodorant. So it's anti-chafing for your golf.
That's good.
So this is how it works. You
put that on.
You sort your gooch out in the dark.
Yeah.
With the light, And
Yeah,
the
you
lawnmower
give yourself a
4.0,
trim, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Then you're out the shower, obviously you've showered up,
Yeah.
and you get the ball deodorant on, so you're not too sweaty. Then you get the ball toner on, so they smell
Yeah,
fresh.
the
and
ball
then-
toner, you can rub it all over the ball area and also the inner thigh, and then you can put your shorts on with anti-chafing, and off you go for a round of golf or a walk or whatever you fancy doing.
I never
Footloose and fancy free.
I never knew I needed any of this stuff, but I feel like they're essentials now that I know about them.
Smells really
They're
nice.
actually nice, aren't they?
I'm going to have to see if the wife likes that smell later.
Oh,
I'll just go, love, just have a whiff of these balls, see if you like the smell.
Yeah.
I don't think she'll
mate,
bite.
mate, do a before and after.
Yeah, but she likes cheese and onion crisps.
Oh, come on. Oh, no.
And we've also here, we've got what would you call that? USB?
A USB
A USB
charger,
charger
yeah.
with a very fancy portal for
yeah,
your
the little holder, charging
yeah,
holder.
it just sits in like so.
I'm reading it now. It
Very
says,
nice.
The trimmer is insane, and dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer ever. Well, I mean, we'll have to find an experiment to try.
Yeah.
But the trimmer features cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology.
So there you go. You see, if I'd have used that, I wouldn't have had to use the tissue to stop
I
the
know,
bleeding.
yeah. If only they should have put like a little couple of bits
Yeah.
of tissue there, but like extra stick tissue just in case.
So you can't cut yourself. That's good
Yeah.
because with balls there is extra skin. It's like a baggy elbow skin, isn't it? So maybe practice on your elbow first.
Hold on, look at this. Hold on. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes a weed whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ear holes.
Where's that?
Where's
Where's
the
my weed whacker?
Hey,
Oh yeah. Oh, what's
look at
that?
this.
Toiletry bag.
little Manscaped bag.
Where's the weed whacker?
Here it is. Separately. Let's have a look at that.
Oh,
So this.
I
comes
got
with it.
Michelle's dad that for Christmas from Manscaped.
And how did he feel about it? Wait,
Well,
hold on.
he's definitely whacked his weed.
Hold on.
It's-
Wait,
it's-
when you said you got it in for Christmas, what you mean was you got a freebie and you palmed it off on him.
Manscaped sent me some. It was in the lodge, and I wrapped it up and gave it him for Crimbo.
Here we go. Here it is.
Yeah,
Look
let
at
me
the
have a
wheel.
go. I've got a hairy schnoz.
Get up.
Oh,
Get
it
that up
needs
your
back.
schnozzle.
Yeah.
If that gets up mine, then
Yeah.
it's truly miraculous.
Yeah, I listened to it working.
Get yourselves your Manscaped 4.0 package. Get 20% off and free shipping with our special code 2pints20, spelled out TWOPINTS20. Go to manscaped.com and use our code. That is 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with the code 2pints20.
Yes, the answer to your question and what we were saying is we are going to go out in a camper van, so that'll be fun.
Well, the plan is as well for anyone listening to this, we're going to try, since we're not having to rehearse the tour, we're going to try and just record loads of content and everything. So the plan is, because we can't expect everyone to come to us, we're going to get in the camper van and go around.
Go around the country, yeah.
Go around up north, like, go and see.
But it's not. Yeah, we're not just going to do podcast though. I think what the good thing is we're going to go and play some games, have a bit of fun, go to different places where you can maybe meet me versus Ralph, a bit of fun, see who's better at different things, and just sort of see what goes on around the country.
Yeah.
And I think it's good for us to get out as well, and different surroundings. But yeah, as you said, do different content and a bit of Max and Paddy in a camper van around the country.
Yeah, and I guess this is as good a time as any to talk to our listeners about. We are going to launch a Patreon. Patreon.
You've said it 5 times, and I still haven't got a clue what the fuck it is.
Patreon.
What is it?
So basically, we've got so many lovely fans who've supported this podcast and listened to their podcast. Now that we're together again after 2 years and we're in the pub, we can play a load of extra games and stuff. So we're going to, the plan is to still release loads and loads of content on all the platforms and loads of podcasts for people to be able to listen to. So yeah, and there's loads of stuff we can do. Like there are various tiers of how much to subscribe.
Patreonism.
Of Patreon.
Patronism. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're a patron...
I should probably learn how it's pronounced.
Patron or Patreon?
That's what I was asking. Patreon?
Patron.
Patreon. Well, I think now we've settled on that.
Right.
Okay, so if anyone wants to subscribe to Patreon, then we're not allowed to actually mention it now without doing that.
Right,
Those are the rules. But there are different tiers of, how much you want to spend, and there's like merch that you can get. I never thought I'd be the person who says merch. I kind of hate it.
You just said it. So
I think I've just said it. There's merch that you can get. Merch. and right the way up to bonus content and coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, and also there's going to be a tier system on how much you want to spend. So if you want to spend just a little bit, you haven't got much money, you can just, it's up to you what you want. The more you want, the more you spend, and you get more stuff. It's just sort of, lots of people are doing it.
But to be clear,
we're not just being greedy sods. There is other content going out for everybody else.
Yeah.
But if you want extra stuff, extra bits, and be a bit more a part of it, and have a chance to maybe come and sit with us on a podcast or something in the future, have a look and you'll see, and the information will be on here.
I mean, but to be absolutely clear, like, we're still doing the podcast for all of our fans who've supported us. Yeah. It's just that there's extra stuff for people that want to subscribe. So, so thank you to everyone.
And
out
loads
there.
of people are doing it. It's not, as I say, have a look. It's
no, we're a bit like, is it a bit gross? And it's like, no, it's just normal. So we went, okay, well, that's what we'll do. And all the details for tiers of how much you can subscribe for, etc., are in the link, are in the description below wherever you're watching or listening to this. So so that's some big news. And as part of our Patreon stuff, part of our Patreon stuff.
People are going to go, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
They haven't got a clue who it
anyone
is.
under 50. Oh, no, 40. So I'm 41.
Exactly.
Anyone under 40 is going to go, what the hell are you talking about? But I think we should still run with it. So as part of our Patreon stuff...
I'm getting fucking sick of it already.
Stuff. That's one of this camper van. We're going to be in there, going around the country, playing games, meeting people, getting out and about. In fact, there's a lot of places that have said... I keep getting replies on Twitter going, oh, why are you only doing this and why are you not doing so-and-so on the tour? Mm-hmm. And we should probably answer that now. One of the reasons is because we only ever intended to do a sort of a short tour of like 14 dates. And to be honest, the idea was just to test the principle out to see if anyone would care, to see if anyone came along.
To come and see us,
the fact that we've been blown away by the response is crazy. We can't believe it. But that's why if anyone's a bit like, oh, I can't believe you're not coming to me.
It's also availability. We can't control what theatres have got people in already or not. Or
it's because it's not a huge tour.
Yeah, and also we want to see as many places as we can. And it depends on the theatre, what theatre the promoter can get, the size of the theatre. There's loads of it. We are just literally... the performing monkeys on stage. That's literally... we have people...
Just FYI, we don't organise jack shit.
Exactly.
We turn up, speak into a microphone. Do you like these microphones, by the way?
I do. I feel a bit... I feel like we've upgraded. A bit more professional.
Let's do a little twisty microphone. There's...
bit of Elvis.
There's going to be a Mustang Sally in there.
Mustang Sally here, coming in a bit. But these talking about performing monkeys, I turned into one of them on New Year's Eve. I'd had too many drinks, and I got performing monkey pissed on New Year's Eve. The night starts on New Year's Eve. We welcome people into your house, whatever, and the nibbles are on the table over there. Few drinks, the music's quiet, and everyone's just sort of, so how have you been? How was your Christmas? Yeah, it was lovely. I had family over. It was nice. Yeah, I saw my aunties and uncles. It starts off all then come 12:10, performing monkeys out.
Oh, what did
Magic
you do?
Mike. I'm just a bachelor, all that shit. I was on Pony. I was doing Pony.
With a bam, bam, bam.
No, Pony. Yes, Pony.
Yeah.
Get to it.
No.
Me.
What?
Because they put the music on.
Wait.
Someone stuck 20 quid in the belt of my trousers.
Wait. Singing it?
No.
Or doing the strip?
Just doing the grinding and stripping.
No.
Yeah.
Because, by the way, in that... Because here's the thing, I remember watching that film, Magic Mike.
Go from lighting lanterns off in my garden to Magic Mike in 10 minutes.
I remember watching Magic Mike going, let's see what this lad's got, because to be fair, like I'm not a mate, but like I can dance a bit, you can dance a bit. I was like, come on then, Channing Tatum, let's see what you've got. 1 minute into that, I'm like, he's unbelievable. I kept on rewinding it going, I've got a twitch in my pants and it's making me very confused.
Get some rewinding it. Every time, more bog roll. You dirty bastard. What's wrong with you?
Magic Mike makes me feel very confused about where I am in the world.
Don't fucking me,
I'm here for it.
Mine goes off, just in case the wife comes in and goes, don't turn it off!
Yeah, no, yours goes off because you're worried that by the end of Magic Mike, you don't know where you're going to be in life.
I'm learning all my moves secretly. I'm in the mirror going, No, yeah, I did that. And then after Magic Mike, because as I say, my mate Robbie was stuck 20 quid in my pants, and you know what? I'll do quite a lot for 20 quid.
Yeah, we all know. Where's a giant pair of scissors? Will's in town, he'll open anything.
But then someone put on If I Only Had a Brain from the Scarecrow of Wizard of Oz.
Right.
And I did the full routine to that as well.
Of course you did.
Absolutely pissed out of me.
Why do you know the full routine to If I Only Had a Brain?
I made it up, but it seemed quite good. I've got the video.
Did you then put the Grinch outfit on?
No.
Let's see the video.
That didn't go on.
Let's see the video.
It's on the family chat. I'll show you a bit.
Have you got Magic Mike on video?
It's all there.
Oh, let's see it.
It's on they've got a New Year's
Eve. Okay. Hold on then. All right, okay. While you find, I want to see that video, but how about this, right?
What?
We just talked about Patreon.
Carry on drinking. That's what this pod's called.
I guarantee that in the history of Patreon and people doing this shit, not one person has gone, right from now on, we always have to refer to it as Patreon. And half our audience going, what the hell are they talking about? So anyway, so you're showing me this video of you doing Magic Mike, followed by the
It's not
Scarecrow.
professional. Someone's filmed it on the phone. I'm not
That's
filmed
good
it.
enough, right?
It's in
But
my
how about
kitchen.
this? How about this? The first 50 Patreon subscribers get a copy of this video.
Bollocks.
What do you mean bollocks? Yes or no?
A copy of what video?
The video of you doing Magic Mike in your kitchen. The video of you doing Magic Mike.
Or, if you don't want Magic Mike, you can have the Scarecrow.
Well, hold on. How long's the video?
I don't know. Probably about 2 minutes.
And has it got both Magic Mike and the Scarecrow?
I've got them both here.
Is it 2 separate videos?
Yes. I'm not mad. I didn't one after the other. I had a break. I
Right.
was quite tired.
Okay, so the first 50 Patreon subscribers, get Magic Mike and the Scarecrow.
Listen, it's not even that good.
It doesn't matter.
I was pissed.
Are you agreeing to this?
If you want it, I don't mind.
All right.
Or I can sing you Mustang Sally live.
No one wants that.
Why?
No one wants that. For
Why?
goodness.
Let me sing for him.
No one wants that, please.
Never let me
for
do
God's
what I
sake.
want.
All right. We'll figure this out, but as part of our tiers on Patreon,
We'll do you something special.
we'll also sing
What
Mustang
are you going
Sally.
to do?
I'm not going to sing Mustang Sally like
What
a
are you
bell.
gonna do? You've got me stripping off, being a scarecrow and fucking singing. What are you doing?
I'm giving the people what they want.
Nothing.
And listen, I'm pulling the strings.
Fucking performing monkey. I'm not pissed now, you know.
I'm the fucking organ.
Performing monkey pissed is not out yet.
I'm the organ grinder, lad. I'm Geppetto here. Pinocchio, come on, son.
You look more like the fucking child catcher. Fucking Geppetto. You upgraded yourself. Go for that part. You won't fucking get it.
more like
I'll tell you.
Pinocchio.
They'll say, why don't you read for the child catcher? Who's got it? Fucking Ralph. Bang on.
more like
You don't have to read.
more like Pinocchio when he's been lying. To be fair.
Pinocchio has been lying and been punched in the face.
Right, right. Let's see. Let's see.
Your nose. It just falls like that, though.
Let's see this fucking video.
Right, which one?
I want to see Magic Mike first. Oh no! What's this? Why are you on the floor all of a sudden?
I dropped.
I know you dropped. I thought you were going to break your
I'm
nose.
pissed out of my head.
You're also dressed like a waiter, which
No,
is
that's
nice.
me. I like a waistcoat and jean combo.
You do like a waistcoat and jean combo. I've seen it. We all get old someday. Will, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. Also, you look like you're carrying a bit of weight.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. You see with the shirt.
Have you lost a
you
bit of
shit
weight?
yourself when that shirt comes
Is the
off.
shirt coming off? Of course it is.
Like, just get a bit of a flash.
Didn't rip the buttons though, did you? You were like, oh, I like this shirt. All right. Okay, I mean, our Patreon subscribers are going to love it. Will, this is awful. And it's quite camp. That's what's so surprising.
Magic Mike is a bit camp.
It's a lot camper than I expected. No, Channing Tatum seems like very heterosexual when he's doing it, but there's a camp
I was a few
flamboyance.
rums in by that point.
Okay, and this is this. Oh, look. Why are you doing the scarecrow? Okay. Okay, listen.
You have to watch that one.
I've seen enough.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've seen enough. All right.
I was
I'm telling you now. Patreon subscribers, you're in for a treat already.
Yeah.
You're in for a treat. That is quite something.
I also want to ask people, or ask you, have you ever had any work done?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
What have you had done?
I have. I had a wardrobe fitted in my bedroom.
On your face?
No, in my bedroom.
Have you ever had any work done?
Well, technically, yes, I have.
You definitely have. You definitely sorted your fucking teeth out.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Listen, don't believe Ralph. Look after your teeth, people. This could be you. This is Ralph before he had his cheadle sorted.
Who's that? Is that Shane McGowan?
It's you.
Oh my god. Wow.
I saw it and had to double take. I thought, fucking hell, Ralph's had them teeth done.
Tombstones. They're like a row of bombed houses then.
Oh, I know. I know. Oh, it's so funny when I saw it.
Funnily enough, about pictures.
What?
You know when you were
What?
You know when you were
It's funny.
telling me about your dyed blonde hair?
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted a picture of you from like Smash Hits magazine or something back in the Hollyoaks days. And
Why have you got it?
because I have to take a screenshot of that tweet.
Oh, of course you did.
And it's awful. In fact, I think you were topless. Shock. And you've got this really rotten gold chain that you've got going on. But look at that picture of you. It's the most sinister.
I look like Jack Nicholson's son.
Well, funny you should say
terrifying.
that. Funny you should say that. Similar.
Oh, God.
There we go.
I was auditioning for Harvey right there. Oh, my God, that's good. You didn't go back. You got back to
There we go. There.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, it was.
In fact, let's enjoy ourselves and have a.
See if we can redo it.
Oh, hold on.
See if we can reenact it.
Hold on, wait. There we go. That's the killer. Look at that. That is absolutely spot on.
Still got it.
Give me the look. Oh, it's absolutely horrendous. Do it into this camera here. What are you doing? There you go. And the first 50 Patreon subscribers will also get a signed photo of that monstrosity. Or you can pay us extra and we won't send you the picture.
Well, oh, man. Well, man, it's been how long?
2 years.
And it's like no time has passed. But I have to say, it's so good to be back in the pub.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what makes me laugh is every time we do this, every time we're about to do an episode, you always say, oh, I'm just worried we won't have anything to talk about. And then we turn up and we just talk for 2 hours and then we go, oh, right, that was easy.
Time just flies on. And I think that's the whole thing about being in a pub, is if you've got a bit of chat and your mates around you and whatever else, or like this, time flies when you're having a good time and a few beers and anything's on the table, you can have a chat about anything. What's up with you? What's up?
Can you stop burping?
I can't help it.
What are you saying? Really nice things. It's so lovely to be, with friends. With friends. It's just that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about friendship and mates and making memories. It's disgusting.
I can't help it. If it's going to come up, it's coming up. It's how I am.
You started doing it after this fourth sip of the first beer.
Know why.
You're gross.
I'm quite gassy.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no, man.
Maybe
No, but
that's
it's
the
been
problem.
good, and it's good to see you. And it's been a tough couple of years, man. But looks like we're coming out the other end. We're back in the pub where it began. Yeah, future's bright, son.
Yeah, exactly.
Good to see you. Here's to you.
Cheers.
Here's to being back in the pub.
Perfect.
Nice one.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
See you next time.
next time when we can. I wonder if we'll have to cover our sponsor, our beers next time.
Maybe.
Maybe we need more gaffer. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy your day, whatever you're doing. See you in a bit.